All right, welcome back to McCaffrey Farms here on the Eastern Plains of Colorado. Let's get to the video, but first be sure to subscribe to the channel if you're not already, and be sure to like the video. But for now, today was going to be the day we were going to move cows, but we're going to wait because as you can tell, it's actually raining pretty good. We're not real hard or anything, but getting a decent amount. I think it rained quite a bit overnight as well. But right now, if you can tell, Dad's pulled the pickup in because he got the points. We got the points in, and we have the bearings and everything, if you remember from the last video of us working on this. So we're gonna get this in the shed. We're not gonna work on it quite yet. We will get to it today because we're not gonna move the cows where it's raining and everything's sloppy. But we're gonna work on this. We're gonna change the points, put those bearings in those two coulters, and then get this ready, so in that way when it all dries up, we can get going with this. But we're gonna get it in the shop, that way it can start drying off and dripping before we start working on it, and then that way it's a little nicer to work on it. But that's what we got for today, so I'll start backing this up and hopefully not hit anything. All right, looks good, so I'm gonna shut the door now. We still gotta put air in the tires. We didn't get to that, so we gotta change that one. And then that one is the one that broke. In my last video when I was talking about it, I said that it was set a lot lower, but look at how much higher that is compared to where that one was. So the way it actually broke is when I was going, I hit a really packed spot and it pulled the tractor like that, so it went in a lot deeper. That ended up making it snap off. Like I said, we got these two right here. Took this one apart. We still need to take that one apart, but we have the bearings. We're able to get everything, be able to replace those. All we have to do for these is there's this bolt right here. We just have to loosen them up, and then in there's a slot that you put the bolt head through, and then you tighten that up and it pulls it on. And we found out the actual shanks aren't too hard to change themselves, because last year this one or the old point got very worn, and it actually started wearing a bunch of this down, and we had to change it with one of the shanks that used to be here. So we found out those aren't very hard to change. Quick little update. Dad, in the one video, I think I included it, but he just used a cleaning compound. Got them fairly clean. I think he's gonna get some aluminum rims for the front as well. But he's actually been kind of working on polishing. I don't know exactly what he's doing, but kind of cleaning it. It looks a lot better. It's not gonna be amazing just because I believe that's like an 88 maybe, and it's so the paint's old on it. I think ideally he'd like to repaint it, but looking better than what it was. It is actually kind of starting to snow. There's some snowflakes. It's mostly still just rain. The rain itself is also kind of picked up, but there's a little bit bigger drops. But this is gonna end up being really good for all of our wheat. The wheat stubble that we're gonna be planting milo into, that's gonna help a ton. And the pasture grass, that's gonna make a huge difference as well. But this is gonna be really nice and very helpful. closer to having this one. Just had problems getting it in and out of there because there's a bunch of dirt in there. About got it, but there's just enough dirt. And that's not wanting quite start. But once we get this one done, just need to snug that one back up and then have the end one, and we'll be done with the points. Okay, so what we did there, if you kind of see, we punched these races out. What those do is one goes right in that lip, if you can kind of see it right in there. Then there's also one on the bottom. We punched those out because those are kind of what help hold the bearings in, and so we had to get those out so we could get the new bearings and everything in, and then we'll be able to put that hub back on, and then from there we'll be able to put the coulter blades on, and those will be good. What we're going to be doing next is Dad's gonna fill that one tub deal he has with gasoline, and he's gonna use it to clean down inside of these hubs. That way it's nice and clean for when we put the new ones in, and that should make the new bearings last longer and not get a bunch of dirt in them right away.
Do this. And you know, these probably would still been fine. But
yeah, but for the amount of time they sat outside, not.
Well, it's just, if you can get them out, it's better to replace them, but there's been times that I haven't, so then I just leave them.
Alright, so we got the second one disassembled. I think Dad's cleaning the hub. Then we'll start putting that one back together. As you can see, we got the other one put on. So then once we get that together, we'll try and put that one on, and then that'll probably be it, and should be good to go. We got all the points changed, and we did get the other two coulters switched out. There's a few more things Dad said he'll do next week or tomorrow, whenever he gets to it. But for now, we're gonna leave the old girl in here. But if you're still watching, be sure to subscribe to the channel. Enjoyed the video, be sure to drop a like. Thank you for watching. See you next time.